Okay, so our evidence-based practice is visual supports, which are graphic tools displayed that help students understand expectations, activities, schedules, and class content. So we've categorized it into four main types, which would include whole classroom, teacher, individual student, and overall scheduling.
For whole classroom, this is for intended for the whole class. So examples can include disciplinary charts, class expectations, hand signs, volume indicators, and timers. For disciplinary charts, and a good example would be a volume level markup sheet. My grade school used a traffic light where if the volume level was a decent level, it was a green. If it was getting too loud, it went up to a yellow. And if it was insanely loud, it would go up to a red, which is a really helpful tool for students to visually be able to see how their volume is being displayed. Class expectations, so examples can include this is designated quiet time. Make sure you have all your stuff organized inside your desk, water bottles on your desk, backpacks in your cubbies, basic expectations that you have for your students. Hand signs, a lot of classrooms use hand signs for students when they need certain things to do. So instead of just brilliantly raising their hand if they need something, they can hold up just one finger to indicate they need to go to the bathroom, two fingers to indicate that they need to get a drink of water, or just holding up their hand if they need help. And like I said before, volume indicators, that can also include things like saying right now our classroom can be at volume 1, which is whispering, or volume 5, which is full-blown shouting, depending on the activity you're doing. And then another example is timers. So having a timer displayed through the projector on your whiteboard when doing certain tasks, just so students can see how much time they have left on an activity or how much time has passed while doing an activity.
So another type would be how the teachers use visual supports. So one way that they can use it is chart paper, which is used a lot during lessons. If there's a lesson about setting and characters for English language arts, then the chart paper can be used with pictures and just definitions of each, and can ask for examples from students, and it's just a good visual representation of the content. And then another good use of visual supports for the teacher is some sort of sign on the teacher's desk that lets students know when they can and can't go up to the teacher, if they are doing independent work time and the teacher is trying to grade things, or just wants them to not ask questions at the moment, they can have some sort of sticky note, or even if it's some sort of stuffed animal or something on their desk that students will understand is just student time and no talking to the teacher time.
A third example is the individual student. The article we read focused a lot on students that have autism. So depending on the symptoms that the student is experiencing with autism, some students may be nonverbal, some students may better be suited to communicating their needs. So a lot of students will have individualized graphics that they can use to communicate what they need, what they want, or expectations that they have. So an example of this could be emotional regulation. If you have a student that features behavioral problems, or they have strong emotional reactions to things, you can have them have a graphic organizer that they can point to saying they're feeling upset, they're feeling happy, so you can get a better understanding of what they're feeling. You as an educator can use this too, and you can point to it saying right now is calm time, or right now it's time to go have fun, just so a student can see what you're supposed to be feeling in that moment. Behavioral charts are also important as well. You can have individualized behavioral expectations for each student. So right now is work time. You can have someone a picture of someone sitting at a desk. Right now is recess time. Right now is hands to yourself, sit at your desk, quiet time, nap time, depending on the grade level. And then daily schedules as well for some students. Some students with autism do need extra assistance, so they might have to be leaving the classroom. So having an individualized schedule on their desk or wherever they're sitting, just so they can see when the clock looks like this, or when this activity ends, they need to be doing this, just so there's a more clear expectation for them, is really beneficial because it gives them an actual perspective of what they need to be doing.
Our last category would be scheduling, which kind of goes into the other three categories, because all three it can be done as like whole class, or the teacher can use it to make sure they're staying on track, and the individual student as well. So this just lets students know when they should be doing that activity. So if it's recess time, snack time, it just shows when these class activities should be done. And then also a good example of this would be like daily weather charts that show like if it's raining outside, if it's cold out, and that lets students know when they should like wear a coat out to recess, and just different cues like that.